Hey everyone, my name is Raynelle Rino. I call myself a nature-based coach and consultant. I started my consulting firm in 2016 after almost 10 years of doing mostly grassroots nonprofit work in youth development and youth education. I'm in my 6th year of running my business, and I would say, I wouldn't trade this for anything, just based on the fact that really finding out that entrepreneurship was really sort of my vibe, my jam, versus, the pathway of maybe going towards a master's in ecology and focusing on research. Or working for a university or another bigger agency. I felt like the path that I sort of took in my career was pretty kind of all over the place, but not in a way. I really stuck to doing work outdoors and working with nature. And so I still, as an independent coaching and consulting firm, I still bring that love for nature and the knowledge of nature and ecology into the framework in which I will either coach individuals in their leadership development or walk people through a project for their organizational leadership development. Sometimes I'll work on just kind of organizational wellness. I kind of straddle in between life coaching and what you might consider professional leadership coaching, because I see a person as the whole thing. So whatever you got going on in the professional realm is not separate from what's going on with you personally. So I can't say that I make a ton of money, but I run the whole thing by myself. I run this business without part-time staff. I hire once in a while a few consultants to either help me with facilitation as a TA during my workshops, or I get tired of my Instagram and I hire somebody to take care of my Instagram profile. I'll do little things like that, but everything is on me. The workshops I create, the clients that I get, the management of all my finances, all of that, which is why I think for me the way that I identify with my love for the work and what moves me in the work that I do is the entrepreneurship piece. To be able to have the innovation and creativity and just to kind of build programs and think about how ecology fits within self-development and leadership growth. That stuff really excites me, and so I can't say that I do ecology because ecology is there. I integrate ecological lessons and teachings and systemic ways of viewing the way we see the world and the way we see ourselves in our potentials for growth and development. So that's how, I really name that when I say nature-based, is I'm actually looking at a lot of the ecological processes that I've learned throughout my career and integrating them and blending them with self-development, professional development as well. Typically, I'm here in my home office, coaching on Zoom or on the phone. I design workshops. For instance, I work with the National Park Service and I provide professional development classes to them every once in a while. And I'll do that on Zoom, and most of the time it's here. You might also see from my website that I do healing hikes. That's one of the in-person sort of really low-hanging fruit services that I offer to the community, to do a very intentional outing on a trail that kind of focuses on mental health and wellness and stress management, and it's a very intentional process. So healing hikes is one way that I've brought in like sort of the outdoor and nature experience. It's very random. Like I have to make my own schedule. I've had to learn how to manage my own time through, getting my own coach, like business coach. I've hired business coaches for myself as well. And just understanding how to really have clear and strategic boundaries around my time, because as somebody who functions independently, I really need that discipline, but I also needed to learn how to create a schedule that works for me. I'm also a single mom, so in the Bay Area, so there's a lot to manage there. But I wouldn't trade it, for anything, because that's really what my personality is like. I really love the identity of being an entrepreneur versus like the experiences that I've had working in nonprofit were pretty stressful for me. And I wanted that autonomy, and I get to do all of that. And even though it's not a luxurious life, it can be if you decide to be a consultant or a coach. A lot of coaches make really lucrative money. It just all depends on what your business model is. I'm really community focused, so a lot of my stuff takes a lot more time, and I get my clients through referral. So I'm able to survive here in the Bay Area, which is such a great accomplishment. So expensive here, but I'm able to do it, with very little capital or none at all. But it is possible. I wouldn't think that I would go in this direction if I were to look back. It wouldn't surprise me that I help people the way that I do, and that I'm drawn to sort of like service. But I did think that I was gonna do research, and that took a huge derailment in the middle of my master's program, which I didn't complete. And I think a lot of those things were meant to be. Let's see. I would just say, up and coming and thinking about your own career, I think being more creative about how things can show up for you is really important. There's a lot of things that are not working in institutions that, you talk about the great resignation and all of this, that a lot of the pandemic has brought these sort of existential questions of like, who am I and what am I doing? And the systems that don't work are kind of breaking down. So I think my advice would be, it is important to have a dream and a goal, but really asking yourself, what is my path? Who am I, and what are my natural gifts that I can transfer to other people? What other life experience do I want to gain in order to put the puzzle pieces together later? That you might not have all the answers or all the, all that much clarity now, but don't stop searching, don't stop asking, and don't stop owning your own truth in what truly makes you happy. Even if it may mean that it makes absolutely no sense to everybody around you. Your happiness in what you pursue moving forward is the most important, because you're the one who's gonna have to show up to work and face yourself every day. So best wishes to your journeys and really searching for who you really are in the coming years, going through the ups and downs. I went through plenty of ups and downs, and please keep in touch if you want to ask me any further questions. I think your professor, Ms. Komatsu, will be able to send you my contact information and see all the other things that I have available to explore what it's like to be a coach and consultant and integrate ecology into my work. All right, take care.